All right, YouTube family, it's your boy FamHam.
Your boy Big Hendo.
TalkNSports with my boy Hendo. Ain't nothing big about you, dog. You 5'9". But it is what it is. Today, we're going to be talking about who our MVP picks are for this mid-season. We just had the All-Star weekend that just passed. Friday, it was this, celebrity game. And the... Was it a rookie game?
The world game.
Yeah, the world game. That was entertaining. Love to see the young talent out there. Luka Doncic, that boy is a monster. He is a monster. And, of course, Tatum. But, yeah, the USA team won, obviously. I don't even know why they have it like that, but it is what it is, man. They just go back to the sophomore versus rookie.
Yep.
Sophomores always won, but that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it be in high school. That's how it be. You know, if you was in college and it's the freshmen versus the seniors, depending on the freshmen, because never mind. We're not going to talk about that. But anyways, on Saturday, we had the three-point contest, which was entertaining, more entertaining than the dunk contest, in my opinion.
Yeah, because Steph lost.
Steph lost to a dude I didn't even know he was in the NBA, man.
We anti-Steph over here.
What's his name?
Joe Harris, Brooklyn.
Okay, Joe Harris, man. We don't...
It's for my New York people right here. Rotten Apple Black.
Yeah, support your black-owned businesses. But yeah, Joe Harris. Joe Harris is a three-point champion this year. The dunk contest was, it's a little entertainment. You always get a little entertainment. That dunk over Shaq.
That was very impressive.
That was nice.
Very
impressive.
Was
nice. I had Collins winning based on what he did in that World game. You know, he made some fantastic dunks in that game, but he go in there, he just shit the bed.
That's how I felt about Dennis Smith. He let me down completely.
Yeah, man. He been letting a lot of people down, especially people down in Dallas, but that's why they traded him.
Well, because they got Luka, and he wanted to be the star, but then you got somebody better. He's like,
man. It's always better to have two stars than just one. So,
not when they don't get along.
Egos can't coexist in a lot of places, but it is what it is, man. Now he's on New York, and they're going to suck. So, they're going to suck, man. So, there you go. You got what you wanted. You're on New York. You're not going to win anything over there. Unless y'all get some free agents, we'll see what y'all get in the offseason.
Like who?
There's a lot of free agents that...
Oh, it's only one that everybody wants, though.
Now they have... Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that bitch.
Gonna stop disrespecting my dude. But anyways, New York does have $74 million, 74, 76, somewhere around there. So they have a lot of money to give players. But, like I told some of these New York Knicks fans, you go there to end your career. So that's not a good move, A la Amari Stoudemire. And
Carmelo Anthony.
I didn't want to mention Carmelo, but man, yeah, that was a terrible move. Him going to New York, could have ended his career. Hopefully, he comes back. We'll see.
Well, if they get the free agents, then they'll be straight. If they get that Kevin Durant, they go and get him, then they'll be back.
I don't see the Knicks winning the championship in the next 10 years. We'll see. We'll see what they get in the offseason. But like I said, man, my view on the Knicks is that's where you go to end your career. So. Back to our MVP picks for this midseason. I'll let you start.
Well, as much as I want to give it to the Beard because of his historic run, I have to go ahead and say it's Giannis. He's been consistent throughout the year, or throughout the first half, and his team's been winning, and they're sitting at the top of the Eastern Conference right now. So definitely got to give him his credit.
Yeah, you saw him showcase yesterday, man. He showed out at the All-Star game yesterday.
Yeah.
He is definitely a top player, but who would you say are your top 5 for MVP watch?
I don't know if I can go as far as 5. I can say 3 for sure, maybe 4. But I say Giannis, of course, the reigning MVP, and then Paul George. And then if I had to get a 4th one in there, it would be Jokic from Denver.
Jokic? He's not even a leader on that team. What about Murray?
Jokic is the one that's holding that team down. Murray's hurt right now, and they're still winning because Jokic is holding down that paint. That boy nasty.
It could be favorable matchups also, but yeah, I like Jokic, but will I go that far as to put him in the top?
Long as you don't mention Steph or Clay or
Hey, I can't mention anybody from Golden
KD?
State because if one of them go down, their team is still going to be winning. So I wouldn't put anybody on Golden State. You know, when KD leaves, then you can start putting Clay back in MVP talks because we all know he is that dude. Like I was saying, we can't have anybody from Golden State because obviously if one of them goes down, they're still going to be in the playoffs. So I have nobody from Golden State, but my MVP would be James Harden. Because James Harden, if you take James Harden off that team, they won't make the playoffs.
They suck.
They won't make the playoffs. Now, Giannis is obviously a no. He's doing his thing over there, but he's in the East. And would you agree that the West is better than the East?
I was thinking about that yesterday, and the West is better, but as far as like competition, it's only maybe 4 or 5 teams in the West, and now we know it's 4 teams in the East that are strong championship contenders. After 5.
What teams do you say are strong in the West? Golden State, obviously.
Yeah, I was trying not to name them, but let's say Golden State, OKC, the Rockets, and because they're doing so well, Denver.
What about Portland?
Yeah, but we seen what Portland did in the playoffs last year.
And the Timberwolves should be good.
No,
They should.
they're not. They're not serious contenders. They're not serious at all. They're not on that level to where the other teams are. Denver is because of their record. I'm putting Denver in the talks, but those guys too young. They're not ready for playoff basketball that they're gonna get going against OKC and the Rockets and Steph and his team.
And then you got San Antonio. Now, I know you're going to try to diss San Antonio, but I believe if San Antonio was in the East right now, they'd be a top 3 team. With the team that they have,
no.
Which, yes, DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge will run all over
San
the East.
Antonio is good because of Popovich. That's it.
Okay,
DeMar DeRozan,
he ain't going nowhere.
Compton representative. He's not. We seen what he did in the playoffs against LeBron. So let's say he go into the playoffs and he got to play against the Lakers. What he gonna do? Not show up again?
It's cool. They got LaMarcus Aldridge.
Who?
They got LaMarcus Aldridge. UT representative, put some respect on his name. LaMarcus Aldridge is balling this year also. He is balling.
LaMarcus ain't
You can
been-
even put him an MVP candidate.
Why?
Because he is balling. Like, he is really balling this year. Like, 41, 40, he top 40 a couple of times already. And he's doing this from a big man position where somebody has to pass him the ball down low. He is scoring everywhere on the court. He is doing his thing, and San Antonio is in the playoff race because of it. Every year, I look at
That
the
is
San
not.
Antonio.
San Antonio's in there because of Popovich. They
Yeah.
made the playoffs last year with LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah.
What happened?
They lost. What you
I mean, yeah, they
talking
played
about? What the
Golden
hell?
State. They did play Golden State.
Okay,
but they was going to lose to whoever they played.
They'll probably beat Houston because of Popovich. Popovich got that game plan for
Well, you
James
crazy.
Harden, man. It is
James
what it
Harden, the
is.
only person he watched film on. Out of his mouth. That's what Pop said.
James Harden, the only person he watches film on?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Fear
he
the beard.
respects him. He respects him. Popovich is the best coach in the league, in my opinion. And
It's
if
not
he
an
was in the
opinion,
East,
that's facts.
if he is in the East, he'd be doing exactly what Toronto's doing, because Toronto's like San Antonio 2.0, in my opinion. But back to my MVP picks, I have James Harden as the MVP.
What about Embiid?
Embiid, yeah, you can
He's-
put. I'm gonna
that
put
would
my
probably be
top
my
5,
fifth.
man.
That
My
would
top
probably be
5.
the
Let me see.
I don't know. That team's stacked though, because
It
Butler
is.
over there. Now they got Tobias. That team is stacked.
They are stacked, and they should be them and the Celtics in that Western Conference Final. And I don't want to count out Toronto like that because they are good also. But if you ask me, I think the Celtics and the 76ers have the most talent. I don't mean they're gonna put it together, but I feel like they have the most talent in that Eastern Conference. Toronto.
Well, they do by far. But
Yeah.
the 76ers' biggest heel is Ben Simmons because he can't shoot.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
anyway, your top 5.
Yeah, my top 5. So I got James Harden winning the MVP, of course. I want to put Paul George over Giannis, but I think it'd be unfair. But only reason is because Paul George is doing his thing on both sides. He's scoring and he's playing great defense. He leads the league in steals. He's on a good team, but you can't really compare OKC to the Milwaukee Bucks because they don't have a Russell Westbrook
Or anybody close.
Nope.
Don't say Chris Middleton was an all-star. They have very few choices. Because why wasn't Jimmy Butler an All-Star?
Because he wasn't better than Chris Middleton, and
Did he get traded during the season?
Yeah, he got
that
traded.
might have been why.
Yeah,
split votes.
But yeah, right now he's just he was making a little bit of noise over there at 76ers, and then I guess he calmed down. He's trying to conform to the team now. That's what you're supposed to do anyway. I don't know why Jimmy Butler's having problems with all the teams he goes to, but it is what it is.
Because he wanted to be the star, but he ain't that good.
He's a star. He's just not a superstar. He needs to realize that. He just needs to get him a championship, man. Get you a championship, and then you can ask for whatever you want to. So I had Paul George as my second, Giannis third, 4 and 5. That's
It's a tough list after 3.
It definitely is, man. Like I said, I put LaMarcus Aldridge in there. I don't know if I'll put him at 4, but at 5, yeah, I can put him at 5 because, like I said, he's been balling.
So who's 4?
4 is just, it's a, like on 2K when you ain't got no picture on there, it's just a black face right there.
Wow.
Or, yeah, that blacked out face.
Okay.
So, dang, brainstorm. Who could we put at 4?
Jokic, Embiid. I would say Kawhi, but he missed probably half the damn season.
Yeah, I can't put him because he missed so many games.
Who else I can hope?
I'll tell you this, man. We'll see later on in the season because, yeah, that's a hard one.
I want to put Lillard in the top 2.
You can even put Luka Doncic up in there, but they not.
Dallas ain't even in contention.
Exactly.
They are far from it.
Yeah. So, yeah. You said who else? Embiid? Nah.
I said Lillard.
You can always put one of those guys in there because they wouldn't even be close to the playoffs if it wasn't for C.J. McCollum or Damian Lillard. That team would be straight ass if it wasn't for them. So, I mean, but both of them, they both, you can't really pick one without the other because they both be doing their thing every game. So it's hard over there. I mean, Bradley Beal been balling also. I think the Wizards are like 10th in the East or something like that.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so Bradley Beal been hooping. LeBron James has missed 17 games. Of course, he would be an MVP talk because, main media just loves LeBron James.
But he deserves it because he's the best player in the league.
I
don't disagree.
At this point, definitely this year, he's not the best player this year, but Kevin Durant's the best player in the league, man. I said it.
You talking about Kevin Durant that played with Steph Curry? Kevin Durant?
Yep.
Kevin Durant that joined the 73 and 9 team? Kevin Durant?
Yep.
Nah.
Yep, I'm talking about that.
Nah.
2-time final MVP Kevin Durant, that 4-time scoring leader Kevin Durant. That University of Texas representative Kevin Durant. Yes, he's playing for the wrong team right now, and he's not even in the consideration like he was before he left OKC for the best player in the league. I mean, we just wrote him off, which, I'm not going to say that.
He deserves all the criticism because he made a punk move.
He did make a bad move. It was a bad move. I'm sure he was looking at winning. That's all he cares about is winning. He eats, sleeps, shits basketball, He cares so much about basketball that, he don't even take time out to brush his hair. So it is what it is, man. He plays basketball. He wants to win.
Oh, man.
He went to Golden State Warriors because he knew he was going to win, and the system was going to be a little easier on him. He got to worry about double teams. They pass to the open man most of the time. I love the game of basketball they play. I just don't like how they're doing it with all that star talent over there.
Without Kevin Durant, Golden State they don't get no hate. You just hate them because they're winning.
Yeah.
Once you added Kevin Durant,
it was cheating.
It's like, come on, dog. Like,
it's cheating. Like, it's a reason why you can't play with Golden State on 2K. Only like little kids play with Golden State on 2K because it's cheating. Like, it's cheating. True. Then you got Boogie Cousins on there. I don't even know what his rating is on 2K, but I'm pretty sure it's over like 85 or something because he deserves that. So that's oh my God, it's like an all-star team.
It is an all-star team.
It is 5 all-stars.
Next year they'll probably be the 5 starters. So sickening.
Next year, hopefully they're not on the team. Boogie's already said he's not. Well, they said they can't afford him, but if they really wanted to, they can bring him back. Hopefully, he doesn't. Boogie goes to whatever team. I have no clue what team Boogie's gonna go to. He'll probably go to the Knicks.
He'll probably go to the Lakers.
But somewhere. But then you got Kevin Durant, who's more than likely gonna leave after that little scuffle with Draymond Green. They were fighting. I don't even know what Draymond Green mad about, man. He helped y'all win 2 championships. What are you mad? Because he want to go, leave.
Helped it. They went to the championship twice before he even got there.
I understand, but
they went
Kevin Durant
73-9 without him.
Team, it's obviously
it's lopsided now. It was the scales were evening out. A healthy Cleveland Cavaliers team put the beating on Golden State, and then Kevin Durant said, "Oh well, I can't get there on my own, so I'm going to go and join y'all."
But like I said,
I'm gonna save my rant to the Kevin Durant segment. Yeah, I'm so sick of him.
We gotta talk about that. But I also want to mention, since you said that LeBron did it first, but it is what it is. Those are my MVP picks. Like I said, I only really got top 3. The beard is doing his thing, man. Multiple 30-point games. Some of them are, he's stat chasing, but he's still doing his thing. With Clint Capella being gone, his assist numbers is going down. Like I told you in our last video, he gets probably 5 assists a game from Clint Capella. So him being gone, his assists are more likely around 5 or 6. But James Harden is also second in steals. So my biggest pet peeve with James Harden is that he don't play defense.
He don't like playing defense. Clearly, you see he can play defense. He be locking people down.
No, don't ever say that. He never locked nobody in his life. Bro.
Every 45 possessions, he gets one good defensive play. Other time, he just...
Somebody runs into him and forgets that he's like 6'7" and try to shoot over him and he blocks their shots.
6'5".
Yeah, man. Okay.
No, when he want to play defense, he gonna play defense.
Man, he should want to play defense every game.
He can't. His legs too tired from dribbling, stepping back, Euro stepping.
Yeah, his usage rate is ridiculous, but
I mean, my usage rate was high in 2K too, so it was at 88% at one time. But whatever, my team, we had to win. I was playing for Orlando.
Oh yeah, it is what it is. But James Harden looked tired going into the All-Star, so hopefully this break right here bring him back out. He'll probably score another 60-point game. We'll see.
Nah, not after Clint Capella come back this week, so he should be playing against the Lakers.
Against the Lakers.
So healthy, refreshed James Harden with the fresh off injury Clint Capella, and hopefully CP3 can stay healthy. Eric Gordon get his head out of his ass. We finna tear the league up.
That's a big hope. What are y'all gonna tear up? Y'all ain't going
I told
nowhere.
you, we are probably only gonna lose 3 games after this All-Star break.
That's cool, but y'all not gonna win a championship. Y'all not gonna make out the Western Conference.
Why not? Kevin Durant is one bad step from injury.
And they can win without him or Steph.
No, they can't. No.
I'm not saying both of them being gone. I'm saying one of them be gone. They still can go.
If they lose, if Kevin Durant sit out for whatever reason, they will lose in the playoffs to OKC or Houston.
That's the only team that I see giving them a little competition in the playoffs. I mean,
OKC can't beat them.
I don't think they can beat them either. But OKC has that young athletic team over there. They play great defense.
Yeah, but it's the same OKC team minus Carmelo that lost to Utah last year. So
that's cool. But
you lost to Utah.
They got a couple of young players like Ferguson, who's 100 times better than he was last year. He tried to play defense. He's still a little light in the loafers, but he tries to play defense. But they just be moving him out the way. But his 3-point shot is way better. He's uber athletic. That dude, he could have been in the dunk contest with Diallo. And since Diallo won the dunk contest, hopefully we'll see him a little bit more in games. He might bump his minutes up from 3 to like 10 or something like that. Hopefully he can get
just catch lives.
Yeah, that's all he got to do. Russell Westbrook, throw him the lives. And that's another thing about OKC. Westbrook has had a down year as far as scoring, but I feel like...
But he's stat chasing too, though.
I can't even say he's stat chasing this year because he's just doing it, man. He goes and get those rebounds. It's not like Steven Adams, like, drop it out of his hand and let Westbrook get it like we've seen in a couple of the past years. But, no, he's out there getting his stats. And his points are down, but he's passing the ball than other people than just Steven Adams.
He's passing it to Steven Adams and Paul George.
No, he's passing it to everybody. This is why Ferguson's getting his threes. They got that young rookie that I saw. I think his name is Brooks or something. He's been getting his threes in a couple of games. Got Nader. He passed the ball to everybody now. He got those guys down low, Nerlens Noel, Jeremy Grant. He's distributing the ball everywhere instead of just those 2 players now. So,
but wait till they get into the playoffs. It's regular season. We know what the regular season holds. So
I don't see his game changing as much, man. I'm saying it consistently. He's consistently distributing the ball like he's supposed to as a point guard.
They're top of the league in fast break scoring, so that's helping them a lot too.
Yeah, because their team is young and athletic. They are up and down that court.
That's not playoff basketball.
Please tell that to Golden State.
You can't tell Golden State nothing.
Exactly.
Because they got Kevin Durant.
You got a young team, you got to run, man. I feel like the Lakers should do the same thing, but you got LeBron. You know, he kind of older now. He can't be running up and down the court like that.
You don't have to
play the half court.
That's
offense.
one thing I say about LeVar Ball. He's smart with one thing. You ain't got to run with LeBron. Just let Lonzo do what Lonzo do. Lonzo young, Kuzma young, Brandon Ingram young, Hart young. So give Lonzo the ball, run.
Yeah.
He'll make that pass. We've seen him do it numerous times. And I don't like the Lakers. I think Lonzo trash. Kyle Kuzma is okay. And Brandon Ingram overrated. And the rest of the team trash.
I agree with most of that, but I don't think Lonzo's trash, man. He got a lot of talent. They're not bringing it out of him like they should. They need to let him run the offense. But then you got Rajon Rondo, who is also a great point guard. It's what?
Let me ask this question. How do you as Lonzo Ball, you got LeBron, you got Rondo, and you got Magic Johnson all in your corner, and you're not better than what you are?
If you let LeVar Ball say it, it's because Luke Walton isn't.
Oh yeah, I mean Luke Walton is not proven to be a very good coach
or player.
Those who can't do teach, and those who can't teach Jim. That's what I heard from one girl.
Yeah, but they're not using them right. They got a young athletic team. They need to be up and down that court too, man. They should have a lot more fast breaks. But like I said, with LeBron in the game, you got to showcase him. You got to let him run the offense. That's basically what they're trying to do right now.
But LeBron missed 17 games, and we didn't see no improvement. All we saw was terrible basketball.
You saw the same team that you saw last year, man, pretty much. Kyle Kuzma.
Scrub-ass team with a bunch of people who just want to score and not play defense.
That's true, man. They still lighting the loafers, man. Look at
they're lighting the skin complexion. That's what they are.
That too, but yeah, they all need to be in the weight room. They all need whatever plan Giannis got on after his 2 years in the league and then got swole. They need to be on that in the offseason.
Lonzo gained a little bit of weight, but Brandon Ingram ain't gonna gain no weight because he's Kevin Durant.
Whatever. That's who they compare him to when he's coming in. I never.
Terrible example. Yeah. I would never want to be named after Kevin Durant or compared to Kevin Durant.
Why? He's the best player in the league.
Because he ain't nothing but a bitch.
You gonna stop disrespecting my dude, man.
Tell him to stop disrespecting basketball.
All right, Kevin Durant. Yes, you need to leave Golden State.
You never should have won. You pussy.
That's true also, but you know, I can't support him too much now because he is on that Golden State Warriors team. I do think that was a terrible move him going there, but he's still the best player in the NBA, and we will see that next year, whatever team he goes to. Man, I would love to see him go back to OKC. More than likely that won't happen. People probably still compare that to him going to Golden State, but in my eyes, he's just going back to the team that drafted him. OKC, get them a championship, then, you know.
That ain't the same team that drafted him.
It'd be just like what LeBron did when
he can't come to Houston. Don't go to LA. Don't go to Toronto. Don't go to Philly. Don't go to Boston, Portland.
Mm-hmm. He's telling you all the teams you would be criticized on if you went to, but
New Orleans. If
AD
leaves, you can go to New Orleans.
It don't matter what team you go to. He's still gonna be balling. He's gonna be back in that
Go
talk
to Memphis.
about to being the best player in the NBA.
Go to Charlotte.
Go to Washington.
Go to Miami.
Go to Washington. That's where you're from.
Phoenix. Go to any of these teams that are terrible and show them some success. You ain't going to make it to the championship with none of those teams, I'm telling you now. But bring these teams from nothing to something. You want to have a big brand, go to the Knicks because they trash. They just traded their best player that they've had in a long time. Go to a team that's trash and bring them some glory.
And I believe that he can do all that.
And he still won't win a championship because he's scared of a championship. He's scared to lead a team by himself.
So you can say the same thing for Westbrook. I mean,
Westbrook Harden never left.
James Harden is leading the team to what? To what?
James Harden runs into Golden State.
It don't matter if he runs to Golden State or not, because we've seen James Harden multiple times fold up in the playoffs.
And I talked to him about that. But I slid in his DMs a couple times.
Oh, man.
Called him some very bad words.
Don't be sliding on those DMs.
I don't care. When you break the whole city heart
multiple times.
Well, you can't blame James Harden for losing to Golden State. You can't blame LeBron for losing to Golden State. Look at this Golden State team. You can't beat them. It's hard as hell beating them on 2K.
Mm-hmm. I hate playing them on 2K.
I mean, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
But it took me a couple tries.
You probably bumped the difficulties down to rookie.
I leave it on pro. My usage rate is at 95% after that.
Man.
I told you I play for Orlando on one team and I play on Minnesota with Jimmy Butler on the other team.
Jeez.
And I had Jimmy Butler sticking Kevin Durant. And I was fucking Steph up.
It is what it is, man. That's 2K. That's real life. That's not going to happen. James Harden or whoever else they play, I mean, Golden State's winning in the West. It doesn't matter what any of these teams do in the West. They can play their hearts out. That Golden State Warrior team just has too much talent. So Golden State Warriors 99.9 chances of going to the championship. And they're winning the championship.
Yeah, no doubt.
So it is what it is, man. You ready to end this?
Yeah.
All right.
We got to get to this Kevin Durant segment. Oh, I'm about to cuss his ass out.
We do. But your boy FamHam.
Your boy Big Hendo.
Talking sports. His MVP pick is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Mine is James Harden. We'll see what happens at the end of the season.
You got to say all his names.
And I'm out. Yeah.
The real King James. The bearded one.
Oh, my God, man.
The reigning MVP.
See, fans like this, James Harden. You got fans like this. He's a loyal fan, but goddamn, it's just too much, man. Anyways, we out. Stay tuned for the next video.
Talking sports, baby. Rotten Apple Black.